Okay, I am going to do the problem from the black belt packet on page 15, number 6. It's the Yum Yum Burritos problem. Every week, Cheyenne's burrito stand uses 2 bags of tortillas. For how many days will 3/4 of a bag last? So, this problem has confused many of us. I think it's because there are so many ways to solve this problem. And I have a favorite way, but I'm going to make a few videos of a lot of different ways. I think maybe 4 videos of how to solve this problem. And the first way, I'm going to try to break everything in halves. So it says every week Cheyenne's burrito stand uses 2 bags. But then it asks for how many days will 3/4 of a bag last. So it makes sense to me to first change this every week into days. So every week, that's 7 days, because there's 7 days in 1 week. So I use 2 bags in 7 days. So here's, I'm just going to say, because when I buy tortillas, they come in a kind of a squarish bag. So there's my 2 bags of tortillas. And here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Okay, so if I have 2 bags in 7 days, then maybe I can find out how many bags I would use in 1 day. Maybe that would get me closer to 3/4 of a bag. So if I had 1 bag, one bag is exactly half of 2 bags. So if I split this in half, that's 1 and 1, so that's exactly in half. Now how would I break 7 in half? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there's 3 on each side here, so then I could just break that 1 in the middle in half. I didn't draw my picture perfectly. Nice if it lined up a little bit better. But now I have 1, 2, 3 and a half, and 1, 2, 3 and a half. So then now I know that 1 bag is 3.5 days. So 3.5 days. Now, I am still not quite there. I still need to know how many days I would use 3/4 of a bag. So it's going to be, that's less than 1 bag. But if I split it in half again, that might also help. So let's see, I'm going to see how much I could do. 1/2 of a bag would be, that's going to be a little bit trickier. 1/2 of a bag. And then if I wanted to split 3.5 in half, oh, well, I could just split each of these in a half. So 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, and then half of this. So that's, if I get half of each one, then I have a half plus a half plus a half, because these are each 1, and I split them in half. And then this one is already a half, and it's split in half. So half of a half, if you split the whole thing, you see that it's 1, 2, 3/4. So half of this much is one of those little squares, which is 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. So plus 1/4. Okay, well, I know 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1. And then 1/2 plus 1 is 1.5. And then I know if I add 1 more 4th to a half, well, let's see. So if I have 1/2 and I add one more fourth, I have 1/2 plus 1/4, so that equals 1, 2, 3 fourths. So 1/2 and 1/4. So 1 and 3 fourths. So a half a bag is 1 and 3 fourths days. Still more to go, because I still don't know how many days for 3/4 of a bag. So if I knew how many days it would be for 1/4 of a bag, which is another half, then I could figure out that and that would be 3/4. So, because 1/4, 1/2 plus 1/4 we just saw is 3/4. So this amount plus this amount would equal the many days for 3/4. So we have to split it in half again. So that's 1/4 of a day. And then we have to split 1 and 3/4 in half. So I'm going to draw another picture of the days. So 1 and 3/4 in half. Well, let's split it like that, because then I have 1/4 and 1/8 together over here, plus 1/2. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I know this is 3/4, and 3/4 plus 1/8. If I split it all into eighths, I could figure it out, I think. So 3/4, that's, use another color. It's 1, 2, 3/4. So how many, and then plus 1/8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eighths. So 3/4 plus 1/8, 7 eighths. So 1/4 of a bag is 7 eighths days. Well, that's not right. Maybe that is right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so now we know that we have to add these two and these two. So 1/2 plus 1/4, we realized over here, 1/2 plus 1/4 is 3/4. So I'm going to write over here maybe. So 3/4 of a bag. And then we have 1 and 3/4 plus 7 eighths. So if we do 1 and 3/4 plus 7 eighths, let's see, this would be your 7 eighths right here. So this is our 3/4, and this is our 7 eighths. Okay, so right here, so I know that I could take 2 of these eighths, like these two, and add them right in there. So now I have 2 eighths over here. So now I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eighths. So now I have 1 plus 1 plus 5 eighths, and that equals 2 and 5 eighths. So 3/4 of a bag equals 2 and 5 eighths days. And that is the answer right there. Kind of complicated. That might have been the most complicated way, I don't know. But I think it makes the most sense with all those lovely pictures. Alrighty.